now joined by the other co-creator. This is Paul.
Hi, Melina.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well, I'm very happy.
I love
very
that.
excited.
I love that jacket.
Thank you.
You definitely dressed for the event
It's
today.
Aggie and Sam. I love their stuff. Yes.
So tell me a little bit about this event. Now, for most people, for me, I never really read a comic book. It was more something my little brother would do, and I would be into novels and magazines. But do you think the gender gap is closing a lot now?
Definitely. I mean, girls have always loved comics. You only have to think of something like Misty back in the 70s that was a fantastically spooky, scary comic for girls. And a lot of girls actually are into manga comics from Japan. We have an example of that in the exhibition here too. But yeah, women are not just reading them, they're also making them. They are really at the cutting edge of comics right now.
Do you remember the first comic book that you ever read?
I think the first one I remember was TV21, which had Thunderbirds in it. Thunderbirds was a puppet TV series.
I remember
Do you remember that one?
Yes.
It's come around a few more times. And yeah, back then, of course, that was before video. So the only way to get news stories, you had to wait for the TV show to come on. But with TV21, you could read a news story in full painted colour whenever you wanted to. It was there on the page.
And, I mean, we sort of touched on it earlier on with John. Is comic books just for sort of comic book enthusiasts, or how is it that we're getting the general public involved? Because obviously there's that whole artistic angle as well, where just by seeing them displayed, it's a work of art.
Yeah.
But what do you think will pull in the rest of the public?
I think they'll be fascinated by some of the stories we're showing here. There's some very strong original ideas, dramatic autobiography, stories of politics and history and many subjects. So there's a way to hook people just because there's great content that happens to be using the special magic of words and pictures in comics.
And it's definitely magical in that space. Thank you so much for inviting us along to take a sneak peek.